Okay, first things first. So the reason we're starting with the this new update, which is called Shadows and Blocks, baby. There's a ton of stuff being added in this. Well, actually, not a ton of stuff, but it's basic. It's pretty simple. But it does add a new biome, so this is a new major update, and there's a new thing here called Spawn Mortis, which is not dictating whether Mortis happens. As you see here, it dictates whether the player spawns in the Mortis when first entering the world. So therefore, this makes it possible to do hardcore challenges in Mortis, where you start out in Mortis and then you have to escape. And if you die, you're lost forever. Yep, this is perfect. Anyway, so it also makes it possible to do hardcore challenges right now, which is fantastic. Currently, right now, it doesn't put you in hardcore mode when you enter Mortis, which is something I do want to change in the future, as a optional setting, of course, because some people don't want that. Anyways, so we'll just get into this now. I forgot to turn on the setting. Hang on. Tell which biome we're going to be in because of the kind of world that's around me. It makes me think this is going to be the desert biome. Yep, thought so. Yeah, this is one of the first additions to Shadows and Blocks. Oh, no! There is now bone blocks spawning in the Mortis Dunes. Oh, this would be a really good spawn for survival because you're right by the desert, so you have access to bone blocks immediately, which means, you know, bone meal. And you have this, which is where you get wood, and it's like super safe. By the way, I had some comments in one of my earlier videos asking to add more danger to the Mortis Woods, because once you get here, it's like a safe haven and you never have to leave. Well, the idea is you don't want to stay here eventually. If it's a little boring in the woods, then that should just drive you to go out and explore, do something. And that means going into dangerous places where you're very likely to die. The reason for the Mortis Woods being the way it is because I want this place to be a safe haven. I want this place to be the place where you stay to stay alive, to get food, and just be safe. But out in areas like the Mortis Dunes, this is where you're going to go to risk it all in order to find a way to leave. And of course, now you can get bone blocks here. A lot of bone blocks, which allows you to get what you need. Also, don't think too hard where there's giant bones and fossils in a world of spirits. Don't think about that too much. Oh, I just had some great ideas. Anyways, which will be great for after the Arachnophobia update. There's another addition. Let me just change the time. So, something doesn't spawn here anymore. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to guess. Put it in the comment section. Okay, so that's probably more than 5 seconds, but Nakivi Bestia no longer spawns in the Mortis Dunes. But I didn't remove it. No. I revamped it. I made it better. You will see some of that later in the video. Anyway, so now I'm going to show you the new biome that was added. Welcome to the Umbra Wastelands. This place is now what adds... Bruh. What do you mean it's this small? I didn't... What? That's hilarious. Okay, hang on. I think there's a bigger one over here. Nope, it's also tiny. Hang on. Usually they're a lot bigger than this. This is kind of fun. Wow, this is like one of the smallest of this biome. Anyway, so the Umbra Wastelands, long story short, is the new biome, which adds a new wood type, which is the Umbra logs, which are kind of like decayed logs, you know. I'm probably going to change the texture up a little bit in the future, but for now, we're going to have the basic kind of a gray log texture, which is fine. And it adds a new wood type, which does not have doors or trapdoors. I'll fix that in a future update. And you can still use these to make beds and whatnot, which, by the way, you can make, but only the white variant because I am lazy. And, yeah, it's sick. And it adds the 2 new mobs, the Umbra, which is, by the way, Latin for shadow. That's why this update is called Shadows and Blocks. And here you have the Umbra Arania, which is Shadow Spider, which, by the way, this guy is going to be removed in the next major update. Well, I wouldn't say removed, but revamped. And now the Umbra... Now, for the Nakivi Bestia, you probably wondered, oh, what about that cuddly little guy? Well, I wouldn't say cuddly, more like hungry little guy. Well, he's not even as little anymore, technically. He's now a big hungry guy. This is the Wild Nakivi Bestia. It's going to be changed to Umbra Bestia, which is Latin for Shadow Beast, which is, I think, accurate enough. And let's just take a moment to appreciate that beautiful glowing texture. Just take a moment, because that is several hours of hard work and retexture. I retextured this thing like 4 times. And every time it's been to this detail that I've retextured it. It's just, I finally found a pattern that I liked. Anyways, let's just appreciate that for a moment. That didn't drive me mad. Yeah, these guys are a lot faster, they're bigger, they have more health, which actually makes them a lot more of a danger when they eat you, because it takes longer to get out. They still digest you at the same speed, and armor still slows it down. I just suggest that you might want to eat something while it's eating you. Which is all I can say. Actually, no, you can't, because because you can click on it, which means you can't eat. Oh, these guys are just death sentences. I just realized how death sentenced these guys are. And yeah, they have that. Only the purple bits are what's glowing, except for the tongue. Tongue doesn't glow, actually. It's just a brighter color. And honestly, this thing is so freaking cool looking. Like, look at that tail. Look at that. Obviously, all I did was change the head and resize the thing, and it honestly looks amazing. And it still does its burrow attack, but instead it rifts. Yeah, look at that. A giant portal opens up. I will make it to where you can see that full animation. Here it is in Blockbench. Oh, no, wait. Actually, here it isn't. I can't do that. I deleted the thing. So I literally can't work on these things again, because I need space on this computer to make mods like this, which I'm running out of. Anyways, look at this guy. Look at him. I'm making this guy. Whoa! I have been eaten. Yeah. See, there's a lot of health there. Oh, go in creative mode. Yeah, they're very carnivorous, and will very much consume the player. Yeah, they very much like to eat you. And the portal is, like, mesmerizing, dude. Like, look at that. Anyways, let's kill this thing. We'll just grab the heartstone hammer. There we go. And I'm free. I'm good. I don't have to worry about that anymore. And of course, yeah, he's got his normal eating and everything. And he's still tameable. You can still tame it and mount it, which is still just really hard. But it's not worth killing it. It's more worth just running away. I guess it's kind of, what are you gonna do? So I have a Wailing Soul in the bucket. As the same as earlier, you go up to the guy, you feed him, and then he turns into this, which is the tamed version, with a giant stomach, and you can get consumed as well. It's the same thing. And what you notice, I also got Best Friends Forever, which means now this guy, I own it. I am officially the owner. Also, I love their animation. Let's just take a moment to appreciate this, because I spent a lot of time trying to get this right, because I had to remake all the animations. And obviously these guys now drop this Umbra Essence. I'll go into that later. I'm gonna go into the blocks right now. There is now Mortis Cobblestone. You no longer get just Mortis Stone, and you use this for all of your crafting. Though you can use Mortis Stone to make stone cutters, which, by the way, Mortis Stone works in. It's super great to have, and it looks fantastic. I'm super happy with the texture I made and how it's a little darker, so you can add a lot of really nice detailing to your stone builds, I think. As Mortis was very limited when it came to building blocks, but now it has a lot more with these additions, along with the new wood stuff, which, by the way, Mortis Wood also has a new texture. Anyways, which honestly looks a lot cleaner. It feels a lot better. It looks really good when you stack it on top of each other, and just feels right. And you have the and the door textures are now darker to make it match, which is looking really good. Like, it looks really fantastic, and I really like it. It fits better. The top of the door is also going to get a new texture in the future, which will match the bottom a lot more, as it looks kind of like two separate things instead of one door, which we'll fix. And this texture has now been applied to all the Mortis Wood stuff, including pressure plates and all that. And we have the new wood, which is the Umbra Wood, which is like a kind of a gray, decayed version of the Mortis Wood texture. Kind of more gray, looks old. I think I really like it. It feels, it would be really good for like decayed looking builds, and it'll look pretty sick if you want to make something spooky. And there's now the new Mortis stone bricks, which is super great for building and everything, and it just feels fantastic. Here you got this, and you may notice that the stone brick texture is completely different. Yeah, look at that. So this is the new chiseled brick, which you craft by taking 2 Mortis stone slabs, which you can now make, by the way. You can now make just normal Mortis stone. Like, you can just make Mortis stone stairs and Mortis stone slabs, which is great for building now that we have all these different variants. And I actually use that in the structure. That's right. New structure for the new boss. And by the way, you may also, I forgot, there's also another mob that isn't spawning in the Mortis Dooms. Tenebra Spiritus Mortuorum. That is a mouthful, and I've said that so many times to make that sound fluent. Is no longer spawning in the desert, as it no longer exists. Kind of. I use the same element to make it. I literally just switched the element up with a few different changes in the code, the behavior of it, which has the new boss. Hang on. I give to you... Oh, it's 1,000 blocks away. Oh, that's terrible spawn. Whatever. This is the new structure added. Well, that's kind of awkward. This is the Umbra Altars. Brother walked into the room. It's a great structure. I worked a long time to get these really nice organic shapes. It has spawners, 3 spawners of these guys, which I suggest you break before the boss fight. You will not be able to handle it. It already spawns so many mobs. It's so deadly. And you know what's really funny about it? You're not going to get to see the boss fight or how that even works until the next video, which is going to release about the same time as this one. If not the same day, the next one. Yeah, this structure was a lot of work, and I really loved building it, though. Anyways, if you want to see it, then leave a like, subscribe with notifications, and leave a comment on what you'd like to see come to Mortis. And if you have any ideas, that would be super sick. I can't wait to show you what's coming up, and trust me, these spiders have something to do with the major update after this one.